there's something that happened that none of us will ever speak of. Hey, this is Gabrielle Union, and today we are going to go behind the looks on Who, What, Where. Chastity from 10 Things I Hate About You, which is interesting because a lot of people at that time thought I was an actual child. I was not. There was points where the parents of a couple cast members signed their children over to me. Wrong move. My first order of business was getting them fake IDs, and we were hitting the UW bars and the bars in Tacoma, in Federal Way. I took them all to black clubs in Federal Way, and that's what one should do when you're tasked by their parents to keep them safe and to make sure that they're doing their summer school homework. I'm sure, they all got left behind, because why would you ever put me in charge? But Chastity's clothes were, I guess, very teenagery, but I was super grown, like late 20s. I think for most teen movies, you have to have a clear villain. You have to have people to root for. Does it feel even mildly aspirational? Solid script. You have to flip it. I mean, everything has been done before, so how are you gonna, reinvent the wheel? I think the best, teen movies are more inclusive, and it's, like whenever I was just like the black friend, not like the most interesting for me personally to watch, but when there's more diversity, like Love, Simon, I mean, please, like I was bawling the whole movie. She's All That. Another movie that launched 1,000 friendships. I didn't know any of these people at the time, but they have become very, very, very close friends. I don't know what her name was, but I remember that weave. That was one of my first amazing weaves. They used a lot of hair, like, because can there be too much? And I became, friends with a guy who became one of my closest guy friends ever, Dule Hill. Developed a really close relationship with Little Kim. Usher was in that. Rachel Lee Cook, Paul Walker, Freddie. Like that, we all were really close for a very long time. And let's talk about Katie's very inappropriate wardrobe for high school. Where was she going? Because I saw Katie go to the beach. I actually booked She's All That 2 days after I got back from filming 10 Things I Hate About You. So this movie, Love and Basketball, I played, what was her name? Shawnee Easton. And I met one of my best friends, Sanaa Lathan, on that movie. Not that we were friends during the filming. That came later, actually, when I was shooting Bad Boys 2, and she was shooting Out of Time, and we were living in the same hotel in Miami for months. That particular look, well, actually all the looks in Love and Basketball, Shawnee Easton was way more blessed than I. And so it was right around the time like sports, like the Wonder Bra was kind of being introduced, and the chicken cutlets. I had 2 chicken cutlets per boob playing Shawnee Easton. Almighty Isis from Bring It On. It's funny because it's the movie that we all took because we didn't get the movie that we wanted. Yeah, Kirsten really wanted Save the Last Dance, and I wanted, it was a cheerleading bank robbery movie, and there were 12 roles. And I thought, well, of course, one of them has to be black. And they were like, no, that's where you'd be wrong. None of them will be black. And so I was very heartbroken about the surefire hit of the bank robbing cheerleaders. And so I was like, I guess I'll take Bring It On. I guess that worked out for me. Connie Spaulding, two can play that game. She is that bitch, was, and forever will be that bitch. What's funny, though, is that's probably when people first started realizing that perhaps I have hip and knee and ankle issues. Because we had to do that walk, that iconic Connie Spaulding intro, a number of times. And they were like, just think of like She's a Bad Mama Jamma. Just think of like all these songs that were supposed to inspire sexiness. But really, they should have been just giving me turmeric because my joint pain was extreme. Oh, what I know about Connie for sure is she's gonna see about somebody's Negro, probably not her own, and she's having the time of her life. City Girls up $1 billion with Connie Spaulding outside. No, that's a power pony, and Connie really was very committed to that power pony. She was committed to an updo throughout the film, and I love that for her. That is Bad Boys 2. I played Sid, that dress, that iconic dress, that's Gucci. And it's the hottest, sexiest I've ever looked or felt on screen in my entire career. It felt amazing. It was 6 months of being treated like the Queen of Sheba by Will and Martin literally, to this day, treats me like a little sister. Not so much that I appear in any of the other sequels, but just enough for the 6 months of filming. But I've never been shot more sexy, beautiful in my entire career. So, Michael Bay, you're good with me. Deliver Us From Eva. Eva's wardrobe, I was a little corporate, a little buttoned up, but I actually just reinvented Eva's equestrian look on Mother's Day. So Eva lives. Eva Dandridge lives. Justice for Eva. Her and I don't remember what LL's name was in this movie, character name, but I don't think they were like a great match. I feel like it was a little toxic. The fact that like he was cool to like fake his death. If a man fakes his death, that's probably a sign he's not for you. That is from Think Like a Man 2 when we were in Vegas, and it took all day long, it felt like. It was easily 10, 15 takes, and it was right before lunch, and everyone was hungry and annoyed, and it was take after take after take. And there's something that happened right around the time of the final take, right before lunch, that none of us will ever speak of. So the secret to having a large ensemble cast and it being fun is to only work with people you actually know and are friends with. Who's crazy you have already seen a number of times. So we're all very, very close friends. We've all known each other for a very long time. So if it was a different combination of people, probably wouldn't have all the fun stories and fun memories. So Mary Jane's style at work is very corporate chic. When she was with her girlfriend, she was a little more sexy. When she was out with any number of her suitors, it was she almost kind of would sort of lean heavily into whatever their style was. She was like a chameleon in that way. But yeah, she was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed playing Mary Jane and all of her epic reads. The perfect find. Her style in this movie, very different from my own, but she goes there. She leans in. She's fashion forward. She takes risks. She doesn't, she sets trends. She doesn't follow them. And in this particular picture, it's two of also very close friends. Lala is like a friend that became family. We've known each other longer than the guys have known each other. She played the DJ in Two Can Play That Game. When she was 19, and we've been friends like ever since. And Aisha and we both kind of started our careers around the same time, and we did this really creepy psycho indie together, and that's how, we've known each other forever. Yeah. Thank you so much. It has been so much fun revisiting some of my characters and their most iconic looks.